Hi, my name is Sarah, and today we're going to talk about international trade and how countries benefit from using it. So you're probably wondering, well, what is international trade? It's the exchange of goods, services, and capital across national borders. So let's say you really want to buy a cake from France, but you live in America. You can easily have it imported, and then that's international trade. But this can get complicated pretty quickly because of all of the different products that are being imported and exported and all of the different terms you have to memorize. So let's start with a simple example. So let's say Tom wants to create a business that produces computers and phones. Within 1 hour, he can produce 6 phones and 3 computers. And this is called specialization, which is a method of production where a business or area focuses on the production of a limited scope of products or services, in this case, the computers and the phones, in order to gain greater degrees of productive efficiency within the entire system of business or areas. Laura also wants to start up a business that produces computers and phones, and within an hour she can create 6 phones and 6 computers, thus giving her the absolute advantage in this situation. This is the ability of an individual or group to carry out a particular economic activity more efficiently than another individual or group. Even though Laura has the absolute advantage in this situation, if both Tom and Laura trade with each other, they can both benefit. And this is through comparative advantage, which is the ability of a firm or individual to produce goods and or services at a lower opportunity cost than other firms or individuals. Look at this chart, we can easily compare Tom and Laura's production abilities. For example, Tom can create 3 computers and 6 phones, and Laura can create 6 computers and 6 phones. Every time Tom produces 1 computer, it will cost him 2 phones, and every time he produces a phone, it will cost him half of a computer. Every time Laura produces a computer, it will cost her 1 phone, and every single time she produces a phone, it will cost her 1 computer. To figure out who should produce phones or computers is based off of the opportunity cost. For example, Tom should produce phones because each phone that he creates only costs him half of a computer. Laura should create computers because Tom is already creating the phones and she has no opportunity cost loss in creating either the computers or the phones. So you're probably wondering, well, what are the gains for trading? So let's say you open up a bakery, and in one day you can bake 8 cakes and 2 pies, and I can bake 1 cake and 6 pies. So when we compare our opportunity costs, you can see that 1 cake is equivalent to a fourth of a pie for you, and 1 pie equals to 4 cakes. For me, 1 cake equals to 6 pies, and 1 pie equals to 1/6 cakes. So it only makes sense for you to bake the cakes and for me to bake the pies. If we both specialize in the baked good in which we have our comparative advantage and then trade, we can get outcomes that are beyond each of our individual production possibility frontiers. That means after the trade, we can each have 3 pies and 4 cakes. Unfortunately, there are consequences of government intervention into international trade. Tariffs are taxes on imports that make imported goods more expensive and less competitive relative to domestically produced goods. In the past, national governments used to take a percentage of their receipts from tariffs, but now they often are used to protect domestic industries or to punish countries for a wrongdoing. Subsidies are transfer payments given by governments to domestic suppliers of goods or services. The motivation to provide subsidies is to increase production, lower prices for a country's consumers, and to make domestically produced goods more competitive with imports. Quotas are limits on the amount of a good that can be imported in a given period. Quotas serve a similar purpose to tariffs in that they increase the price of imported goods, but quotas can even be more severe, as no additional goods are available once the quota level is reached. Thank you for watching.